How's it going, modern manual therapy viewers? It's Dr. E here, and I'm in Santiago teaching the eclectic approach to modern manual therapy, temporomandibular management, one day. So I had a really good question, and I was talking about triggers that a patient may need to avoid. Triggers, especially for TMD, maybe a sensitizing forward head posture, or eating heavy, chewy foods, or doing this kind of thinker pose. And the question was, how do you instruct avoidance of triggers without increasing fear avoidance? I think that's a great question. We don't want to make people think that they should never do things like eat harder, chewy foods. But a patient, typically, when they're in pain, they think that something is damaged or they're weak or fragile. And I don't want to come across saying that posture is bad. It's just that this position is sensitizing your system. It's causing increased sensitivity and lowering pain thresholds. That just means the brain is perceiving threat, not that something is being damaged. Something is being irritated, and I like to say irritated because a patient, again, often thinks damaged, and that decreases your pain and movement thresholds. So you need to avoid it for a specific amount of time to decrease the sensitivity and kind of build up the resiliency and start to make the brain feel safer. So when I say don't do something, it's not to say because it's bad for you, but it's just because it is sensitizing the system. And I likened it to a sprained ankle. An acutely sprained ankle, most patients will be familiar with, if they've ever sprained or acutely injured any joint or any muscle, they would know that it has to be, like if they sprain an ankle, that walking or full weight bearing has to be avoided for a while just to give the area time to heal, which it's healing the entire time it's in the inflammatory state, of course we know, but it's really enough to desensitize it until weight bearing becomes possible again. Doesn't mean you should avoid weight bearing forever. It just means you have to avoid it for long enough to allow the system to get desensitized. So that's how I avoid it, and I think that's a pretty easy way to do it. And if you liken it to a sprained ankle, patients won't become fear avoidant. They just have to understand that certain motions, positions, or activities, or even thoughts trigger their complaints, and those should be avoided as much as possible. While at the same time, they should balance that out with self-treatment strategies like novel movements and repeated loading strategies and strengthening, things that typically self-reset. You reset enough and you avoid triggers, people just tend to recover. So I hope that answers, if you guys have ever had that question, I hope that answers that question. I thought it was a good one. So if you like MMT, remember to subscribe via email to Modern Manual Therapy blog so you don't miss any of our awesome blog updates, which are near daily at this point, almost about 4 times a week. You get some exclusive discounts on Edge Mobility System products, including the new Edge Restriction System BFR cuffs. We're going to release a full version online of Modern Manual Therapy, our flagship course, Upper and Lower Quarter Assessment and Treatment, along with a brand new online mentoring program that includes Modern Manual Therapy, Modern Patient Education, and Modern Strength Training with Doctors Cal Coffey and Andrew Rothschild, the Eclectic Approach team. Look for that coming soon. Make sure to check out all our products on edgemobilitysystem.com. Check out my podcast, Therapy Insiders, and Untold Physio Stories on UpDoc Media. And I hope to see you at an Eclectic Approach course soon. You have a great day.